Right, all got your headphones going with background chatter.
This sucks, big time. Sucks a lot. This is really hard.
The one thing that I have seen, which is profound, which changes people's perception of dementia, is when you tell them what it's like for the person with dementia, what they are actually experiencing. And this is something that I just discovered Somerset does.
That doesn't smell like toothpaste. I think so.
They do a simulation experience with their staff. So they essentially put them through a series of things that helps them understand what the person with dementia is experiencing.
Very good. Oh my God. All right.
I know that moment that I saw what it was like to walk in the shoes of the person with dementia profoundly changed my view of it in that moment.
We'll start here, where you need to follow the instructions at each station.
I've got to follow these instructions?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
That was disgusting. That was the instruction though, right?
Yep, that was the instruction.
Okay. This sucks, big time. Sucks a lot. This is really hard.
It is designed specifically to be very confusing and almost impossible to complete some of the tasks. One of the symptoms of dementia can be like a type of dyslexia, so that's why the instructions were in a different language, to kind of give you that experience that people have. And then we gave you some glasses which distort all the images, so that made it even more confusing. And in the meantime, you've also got lots and lots of background chattery kind of noise happening. The stones would put in your shoe to affect your mobility and your balance, which often happens when you get older. And the gloves was also to restrict your movement and make things that much harder. We gave you a straw to brush your teeth with and body lotion instead of toothpaste. So that was all designed to be completely confusing. But
Actually, taste the body lotion.
Yeah, I didn't realise you were going to actually put it in your mouth. Your dedication is admirable.
Organisations like Somerset are now beginning to change the way they house dementia residents.
The design is quite a new one for Somerset. This is their third memory care centre in the country. A lot of research was done around the world to see what other places were doing, and this is the concept that we've come up with. This is an apartment that we have staged just to show people how they can be lived in. You'll notice that there's no door between the living area and the bedroom. It just makes it very easy to visualise the bed so they know where the bedroom is. They don't have to think about what's behind the door. We also have a different coloured seat on the toilet, so it's really easy to identify where the toilet is. Everything here has a purpose, so everything has been very carefully designed for that reason. So this is a tovertafel, which is a Dutch word for magic table. It's a really interactive therapeutic tool, and staff are trained on how to use it. The really cool thing about it is there is nothing that you can do wrong with the tovertafel. There's no right and there's not wrong. People just come in and do what they want to do. We want to enable people and help them retain their independence for as long as they can. It's about asking yourself, would I want to live here, or would I want my mum or dad to live here?
What's your answer?
Absolutely, yeah, I could very easily move in here.
The care village in Rotorua is set up specifically for dementia residents and has been influenced by a pioneering Dutch model.
So this is our classical house, the more formal living, and we always knock on the door because this is the resident's house, so we knock on the door before we walk in, just like you would at home. And the music in this house is quite different to another house. Some houses might play, the sports channel, or in the cultural house they play a lot of Māori music, but here it's classical. We didn't like the way aged care, particularly dementia units, was delivered necessarily in the institutional model. And I visited De Hoogeweg in the Netherlands soon. And it was at that point of visiting that I thought, yes, no, this is definitely the right path. It was a heart thing more than anything. It just was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing.
We asked ourselves, well, the key question, what would you like for your mother when she has to go to a nursing home? And well, that was the start of everything. So in 1993, we started with a whole thinking about normalizing care for people living with dementia. We had a medical model. And since our development, we changed into a social relational model, and we put the perspectives of care, wellness, and living together. Not just care, but also how do you live? What makes your day? What are your interests? We started looking at the individual again, instead of seeing residents as patients. And so that's why we created houses. Hoogeweg consists of 27 houses, each for 6 to 7 residents, in which people live together based upon their lifestyle. And it's a normal house.
Okay.
What is this?
This is middle New Zealand. There are 6 people in each house, and they do normal household things. They're involved in making the breakfast, setting the table, hanging the washing out, coming to the shop and buying the groceries, deciding what they need. That environment enables us to be more person-centred, and I think that's what creates the peace in each house, where people feel comfortable. One psychogeriatrician, when he visited, I said to him, "What do you think?" And he just turned back into the village and said, "It's magic, pure magic."
So we've managed to strip you of your dementia and you can go away and be normal today. But imagine living like that every day. It's hard. It's hard. And we need to empathise with them, and we need to adjust the way we respond to them.
So, Mike, we've got an extra task for you. We want you re-kitted up again with the glasses and the headphones on.
Yes.
Then you're going to ask all these lovely people here for their cup of tea or coffee orders.
All right, can I get you a cup of tea?
Yes, please. I would like to have coffee, white tea with milk, trim milk,
Tea with milk.
and 2 sugar, please.
2 sugars.
Yes.
Ask your order again, please. I know there's 3 coffees, 3 teas. I think someone's got sugar. There we go. I'm going to go for it. Looks like coffee. It is really hard to see actually with these glasses. Yeah, it's coffee. It's good that they don't inhibit my smell senses. Okay. And these stones are really painful on my shoe. As my simulation comes to an end, the insight I've gotten into dementia sufferers is profound. I now have some idea of what my dad's final years were like. Oh yeah, I have to do it this way. This is just, a cup of tea, and it just seems, everything seems pretty hard actually at the moment. The thought that I had coming up here is, I'd just give up. Why would I bother? I was just like, just kind of reverse into myself and just go, this is too hard, I'm just going to shut down. I imagine there's a tipping point. It'd be like you're struggling, trying to make everything work, and then all of a sudden you get to a point you'd just be like, no, that's it, I can't handle this. Boom, gone. And like everything that you've learned in life, if it's not making any sense, that would be incredibly, incredibly frustrating. Like, people must be really impatient with me if I'm dropping my toothpaste or body lotion all over this stuff. I mean, it'd be frustrating to watch me try and function like this. I'd be annoyed with myself as well. I just feel really bad right now about my dad. Yeah, he was just sort of sitting suffering in this stuff. That's terrible. Yeah. I mean, even if we weren't getting on that well, he deserved a heap more patience and care than what he was getting, for sure.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.